go and physically feel like I throw the club head towards the target by just letting go. That's what I want to feel. The whip motion is an effect. We don't create the whip. That's the most important part in today's lesson video. Hey guys, in today's lesson video, I'm going to talk about how to create effortless speed throughout the impact zone and how to create that motion where I always talk about we have to hit the brakes at impact so the club head can move past our hands and accelerate throughout the impact zone for that effortless speed and power. So in today's lesson video, we're going to talk about how to generate a good throwing motion, and we're going to talk about how to use the impact bag correctly to our favor so we can learn how to hit the brakes and how to utilize this tool correctly. So the first part is how to throw the golf club towards the golf ball. So what you guys have to understand is that we have to go to the top of your backswing. We create these angles to the top with our wrist cock, wrist hinge, and our right arm folds. We have to learn that we must release these angles because for some reason there's a saying in the golf world that the release should happen naturally, but for an everyday golfer especially, the release doesn't happen naturally. When we address towards the golf ball stays still, our body stays still, and the club and the tool that we're trying to use also stays very, very still. We, as the person, as the player, has to do something to create the speed. It doesn't just naturally happen. For a good golfer that's been on tour, they're gonna have a good release and it's gonna come natural to them like second nature because they've been playing golf ever since they were a little kid. But for the everyday golfer, we have to learn a release. It's not gonna come natural. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that we have to create enough momentum in the start of the downswing so we could release the golf club and create this position where we have angles, we loaded the golf club, we have to physically unload the golf club. And when you do that, we have to learn how to create enough momentum early to unload the golf club, to release the golf club back to where it started, and then we have to learn how to relax. So with that, but that's kind of hard to kind of digest at first. So if I want to throw this ball just straight down this way, in order to throw this ball, I'm going to get rid of these angles that I created like this. I'm going to get rid of these angles, and then myself physically dropping the golf ball, it's gonna be myself relaxing. So it's gonna look something like this. Don't even think about a golf swing at first, I'm gonna throw this ball down. Then notice how I threw out the angles and then I let go of the golf ball. That should be the same motion, but now it's just at a different angle. I have to create enough momentum early to release the angles, and then I have to physically let go to throw this ball out towards the golf ball I'm gonna hit. That's the same move that I wanna have in my golf swing. I have to release the angles, create enough momentum early so I could release the angles that I created, and then you have to physically feel like you let go of the club so the club head can accelerate forward. So that's gonna look something like this. I want to create enough momentum early, and then I want to let go and physically feel like I throw the club head towards the target by just letting go. That's what I want to feel. The whip motion is an effect. We don't create the whip. That's the most important part in today's lesson video. And to get a little bit more of that into our system, I have this impact bag right here, and most people, 9 out of 10 people, almost 10 out of 10 people, use the impact bag wrong. They just hit it very, very hard. But imagine why the impact bag's there. It's for us and the golf club not to be thrown towards the target. Because for example, if I want to just practice hitting something very hard, I could just do this. I could just do this without the impact bag. But the reason why the impact bag is there is so I could physically feel like I throw the club forward without the club actually going towards the target. So what you want to feel what the impact bag is, and if you guys don't have an impact bag, just place a blanket or a couple pillows next to a wall or next to a couch, and you can do the same motion. It doesn't have to be hard. You just want to feel this motion. What you want to do is you want to go to top of your backswing, create the angles, and then coming down, release the angles towards the impact bag. But the moment of truth is, at the impact bag, we have to feel like we let go of the club this way. So if I really over-exaggerate, it's gonna look something like this. This is what I want impact to feel. I want my early transition to be unloading the golf club down, and then at impact, I want to physically feel like I let go of the golf club, as you can see here. So at impact, it should feel very effortless at impact because all we're doing is relaxing and letting go. But if I create enough momentum early, then that's gonna be a very, very powerful strike. I don't want you guys to drive the handle forward into the impact bag. That's the wrong way to use this whole drill. I want you guys to feel like if I really want to over-exaggerate, it's not myself pushing the handle into the bag. It's not this motion. It's I'm going to let go of the club. I'm going to throw this club into the back of the golf ball. That's what you want to physically feel. So after you guys get this into your system, the first move you guys want to do is we could just hit some small, really, really small little shots and just feel like we give enough power to release and unload the golf club, release the angles, and then I want to feel like I just let go. That's what I want a physical feel. That's what I want a physical feel first. And then if you guys want to do it more like a golf swing, then we could do, not with both hands, but just your right thumb and your right index finger coming off of the grip. It's gonna look something like this. Right here, unload the golf club, and physically just let go with these two fingers, then you guys will feel the golf club whipping through impact. Always remember that what we want a physical feel is from the top of our backswing to impact, and we want to learn how to create the angles, unload the angles, and if you let go of the club at impact and really relax and release the club, then naturally the club head will pass our hands and will make a good fall through position. The whip effect is a result. We're not trying to whip the club through impact. If you guys try to whip the club through impact, you guys will never get that whip effect. We have to learn how to load and unload and relax at impact and feel like the golf club is just being thrown forward, and that's how we're gonna create that whip effect. So learn how to do that first, and if you guys like the lesson video, please like and subscribe to help my channel grow. And for in-person or online lessons, I'll leave all the information in the description below. Thanks, guys.